everybody here? Did you get, what are you doing? Why? What's the matter? Is it too high for you? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Did you get a notification?
Nope. It's very quiet. There's one person. Hi, one person.
It says notify me when it comes on.
This is taking its time.
I don't know. You guys get ready for an internet outage, man. I'm fully on board. They've already talked about it a bunch of times. Be careful out there. We're getting close to this election. I told you, as closer we get.
Oh, I got one.
There we go. This thing's gonna pop off.
Ding, 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 ding. Good evening, Richard. Tanisha, good evening. Rhonda, shalom. Tab Luna, hello. Linda and Dawn. Amy, Muriel, Lisa. Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see all your happy comments.
They have happy comments?
Yeah, everyone's happy.
Hello, two loves. Shalom, shalom. Hello, hello. Hello. All right, we're going to get right into it. Just give me 1 second, and then we're going to dive in. This one here, y'all get your water, and when you sit down in your seat, this time take your ratchet strap and strap it over your lap and through the legs and down around your seat, because you're going to want to be pinned into your seat when I start spitting out this stuff, all right? Serious business. Share this video with your friends. The first 10, 12 minutes, 15 minutes are going to be lit. And then after that, we're going to hang out, talk homesteading, off-grid living, and maybe some things you should be preparing for and things you should have to be prepared. The closer we get to the election, the worse it's going to get. We keep trying to tell you guys. Hopefully you're paying attention. Many of our students here understand exactly what's going on. I would hope. Okay.
Hello, silly rabbit.
All right, we're gonna get into it, man. Here we go, guys. I told you. Hope you're sitting down. The first thing, right with the thumbnail.
You're gonna go. You're gonna go. Just very.
We're just going right. No, I'm not waiting. You guys,
seconds.
if you showed up late, then you're gonna have to watch the replay, okay? Because we're gonna get right into it. You know, it's 7 o'clock every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday nights. I'm fired up. And we show up. We might be a couple minutes late. That means a lot more of you all should have been here because we were 4 minutes late. So we're going to bust right into this stuff, right? We have to get right into it because people are going to watch this video because they want this information. And then after that, we'll hang out and talk. But here we go. Buckle up. Oh my gosh, y'all. Everybody knows President Trump had another attempt on his life. There's something going on here, in case you haven't paid attention. A lot of Democrat talking stuff is, you know, he deserved it, or maybe he talked it on. I mean, this is getting crazy out here, y'all. Please pay attention. Hillary Clinton and Bill Gates love Haiti. Now America has a Haitian problem. Do you guys understand what's going on here? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Here we go.
Reportedly spent months in Ukraine trying to join the fight against Russia. He was even interviewed by the New York Times last year. That reporter today, writing this, quote, Mr. Routh, a former construction worker from Greensboro, North Carolina, said he never fought in Ukraine himself. He was too old, and he had no military experience. But like many foreign volunteers who showed up at Ukraine's border in the war's early months, he was eager to cast aside his former life for something far more exciting and make a name for himself. By the time I got off the phone with Mr. Routh some minutes later, it was clear that he was in way over his head. Like many of the volunteers I interviewed, he fell off the map again until Sunday. A representative of the Ukrainian military confirmed to CNN this morning that Routh was never a part of their Foreign Legion. Here's Routh speaking with AFP in Kyiv. This was back in April of 2022.
Putin is a terrorist, and he needs to be ended. So we need everybody from around the globe to stop what they're doing and come here now and support the Ukrainians to end this war.
Reportedly,
That dude is a CIA asset. Don't go anywhere. I got more. This is going to blow your mind. So far we're seeing this guy has ties to the Ukraine. Oh, very interesting, Doug. Where do you find such information? The internet is amazing. All right. On September 15, 2024, Ryan Wesley Routh was arrested near the Trump International Golf Club in Florida, armed with an AK SAR rifle equipped with a scope and carrying a GoPro camera. This might be news that you're not getting on your regular stations. So please pay very close attention to what I'm reading to you here. He had a GoPro camera. While his intent to assassinate Donald Trump was clear, the presence of the GoPro raised a deeper question. Why would an assassin bring a camera to document the event? I hope you guys are paying attention. As soon as I saw that detail, hold on, first off, this is Lee Stranham. Stranhahan. That's on X. As soon as I saw that detail, I knew what might be going on. That's because I have a deep understanding of the history of the Betterite Ukrainian nationalist factions, something you don't have a good understanding on. And the CIA, dang it, there they are. The CIA's involvement in the propaganda operations, a history I lay out in my forthcoming book on Ukraine. Let me explain. So he's writing books about Ukraine over there. You don't have to go to Ukraine to write books on Ukraine, by the way. Ralph wasn't just an ordinary assassin. He had appeared in multiple propaganda videos. Stay tuned. I got a video for you guys. I'm going to show you this video he's talking about. For Azov Battalion, a well-known Betterite group linked to the Ukrainian nationalist movement. The GoPro he carried wasn't just for documentation. It was likely part of a larger propaganda effort. You guys know about propaganda? This is deep stuff, man. I hope you guys are paying attention. Designed to capture and shape how the world would view the event. By filming the act, Ralph's handlers, are those behind the scenes, could ensure that the footage will paint him as the lone nut, cutting off speculation about a larger conspiracy or deeper political involvement. This is a classic propaganda tactic created by a simple narrative that the public can easily digest. Aren't you guys sick of digesting these narratives? The theory fits with the broader context of CIA-backed operations, where controlling the narrative has always been the key. During the Cold War, the CIA worked with Ukrainian nationalists like Moyala Libeb, whatever, to spread the anti-Soviet propaganda through the Prologue Research Corporation. The same techniques of media manipulation used the pamphlets, broadcasts, and other forms of propaganda can be seen at play today. So this just goes on and on. In the case, the GoPro suggests there's more than just an assassination attempt. Okay, very insightful information there. Now, listen to this. You guys are going to love this stuff, man. I'm just telling you, I hope you're paying attention, because only the brain dead are following. Got it? I hope you're not one of those. Please don't be.
What a complete joke, Liz Peek. I mean, give me a break. They're over there on MSNBC having an entire conversation about toning down the rhetoric of Trump. He just had 2 assassination attempts on his life as they're calling him Hitler and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, it's really despicable. They're blaming Trump effectively for an attempt on Trump's life, Maria. It doesn't get stupider than that or more vile.
Yeah, and I just want to point out this. According to the Secret Service, the golf course yesterday was not fully secured because, quote, Trump is not a sitting president. Oh, really? Let's take a look at the kind of security President Obama has. Since he's no longer a sitting president, we've got pictures here of President Obama's golf course in Martha's Vineyard. Secret Service inspects every vehicle when they even drive near the course, Cheryl. So what's the answer? He's not a sitting president, yet the golf course that he's on is incredibly secure.
All of these questions should be answered because remember, in the fiscal 2025 budget that has been proposed, there is a budget increase again for the Secret Service. And I think that this all goes up to the top, and that is Secretary Mayorkas, Maria. That's who needs to be answering these questions right now.
Bingo, great point. Let's take a short...
And they tried to impeach Mayorkas, and a couple of Republicans just now, are you paying attention? Just now jumped on his side and let him stay in his little job there. And Marjorie Taylor Greene just told him the other day, she's like, your days are numbered. You got by this first one, but we are coming for you. So that's pretty good too, right? I like it.
The birds do too. What do you look at?
Now,
He's got a lot here.
here's a video that they claimed was from BlackRock, but now it's been currently verified as this is not a BlackRock, it's a support of Azov Battalion put out in 2022. So that means we're over the target. So,
the action is appeal to both leaders.
and there he is.
What organization?
So actually, in all reality, I don't care where it came from. How come he's on this kind of a thing, and all of a sudden he's popping off rounds at the president, right? Now, if you guys remember the last guy that came after him, whatever. It's not really the guy. Could be the guy. They got other guys, whatever. But he also was in a Black Rock commercial. So some kind of way he was in the public eye on a commercial TV thing. And then all of a sudden now he's, you know, world famous. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys right now. There's nothing happened organic. Nothing's, that guy did not wake up, you know, yesterday and be like, you know, yeah, today's the day democracy's in trouble and I'm going to go settle it. No, that's not what's happening here. This is all propaganda, coordinated efforts. Everything is all full speed ahead. The closer we get to the election, y'all, this is going to be spicy. All right. Now, I gave you the information, the news you can use way within 10 minutes. It took a couple minutes to go through that stuff. We'll answer questions, talk about what's up, whatever you want to talk about. Stacy and I are an open book. Come on.
Yes. So let's see what we got. Ooh.
Question, my fermented cabbage is bubbling. That's good. Does that mean that it's fermenting? Yep, I did the same exact way last time and it bubbled like crazy. Sometimes it bubbles a lot, sometimes it bubbles a little.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know, you might use older cabbage, or sometimes it doesn't have as much juice in it, or just if it's a little warmer, if it's a little cooler. You know, if it's cooler, it may not quite as much. It'll just do it slower. So bubbling is good. If it does overflow, just clean up the top. If you need to add a little bit more liquid, because I like a lot of liquid in mine. A lot of times the cabbage is known to suck up a lot. So what I do is I always will sprinkle some salt on top and then pour my filtered water over it. So I fill it up, clean everything off, and then you're good. It'll be fine and just keep going. It's really not hard. I mean, it really is. People think about it too much. Oh my gosh, I can't open it. I have to be careful, or you won't mess it up. Just clean up your bubbles and stuff.
Listen, do you guys know Mike Adams at the Health Ranger? He literally put out a post today, and he literally said he has people on the inside of the government, and many people know that he does. He has a lot of connections. And the FBI is literally leaking out Trump's agenda. You understand me? You guys, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, I saw an old guy in the neighborhood the other day over here in town, and he had a Waltz Harris, whatever. Golly, man, I'm like, how you doing? You know, introduce myself. I was asking him, how do you draw your political conclusions? You know what I mean? Like, how did you come to that conclusion? And he said, well, I said, do you tote the company line? Like, are you like a Democrat toter? Like, you just vote Democrat just because? No, I listened to the person running, and I listened to all the commentators, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I said, and that's what you came up with? Serious business, man. You guys, they got the old people and the young people bamboozled.
They do, yeah.
Like, big time, snowed over. You got to get some information in front of your folks. They're falling hook, line, and sinker for this stuff. The middle-aged people, the black folk, a lot of the people that I'm talking to on the streets out here and around, they're not falling for it no more, and the black folks has really had it. I got some video. I'll do a video tomorrow about Chicago, man. The black folk talking about Jim Crow. Living under Jim Crow laws was better than what's going on right now there. That was powerful stuff, man. Woo!
Now I'm going to go back to Tammy's question about the sauerkraut. I didn't read that.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, because you didn't read the whole question.
Oh.
So she said that she had to let it air out every day. So you don't want to leave the lid off and let it air out, because the bubbling, you want it, that's fermentation, that's good. So I hope that you don't get mold, or you might even get some yeast. It's a white kind of film that might get on it. If that happens, just wipe it off. But yeah, you don't want to let any air get to it at all. You want to just keep it covered. It's just going to keep doing its thing. So you'll know for the next time, but don't let it be open or anything. You want to keep the lid on it or keep your weight on it, and it'll be fine.
You just have to burp it.
If you have that, or if you have a fermenting top, it'll just do its thing. But they're very forgiving. Ferments are very forgiving. Okay. Yes, we have.
There's
turkey.
Tim Denham. Denham, Denham, is a moron. He's trolling our comment section. He wants to know how long were we training as an actor in the U.S. military complex before they released us to the public. We know you're actors. Those of us awake for 20 years do anyway. Are you talking about us?
Maybe they're talking about some whatever.
Is he talking about us? Because if he is, he looks very, very foolish right now. It's like super foolish. But if he's not, I digress. And yeah, if you're new around here, sometimes I interrupt Stacy quite a bit. There's a lot going on here. Trying to read the comments, trying to move this thing along. You know what I mean? So, not really apologizing, but just letting you know.
Oh, Monarca just got a 4-acre property last week in Central Florida.
Excellent.
Congratulations. That's awesome. So Nick says, when saving pumpkin seeds, what's the best way? So when you take your pumpkin seeds out, you're going to take them out and you need to get the goopy stuff out of it. So I put them in like a little cup of water, rinse them off. Then I'll go ahead and put them on a paper towel and let them dry. And once they're dry, make sure they're totally dry. Then you can put them in an envelope. I like to use just like regular envelopes you get at the store. And you can put a name on it and then put the date of the year. And then, store it someplace cool, like if you have a basement or, and put all your seeds together. But those are really simple, easy seeds to save.
Yeah, Stacy, your ferment salsa will taste like alcohol if you don't put them in the refrigerator after a couple days. You're supposed to put it in the refrigerator.
Well, wait, my salsa ferments taste like alcohol. Yeah, you don't, after you want to stop the fermentation process. Because remember, actually, tomatoes are actually considered a fruit. If you just let them sit out for 2 days or so, and then you're going to go ahead and put them in the refrigerator, it'll stop or very much slow down the fermentation process, and then they'll be fine. But if you do leave it out, it'll change the flavor. Because, did you put anything else in it? Or did you just do tomatoes? You didn't put any fruit in it, did you? If you put fruit in it, for sure it's going to get alcoholic. Like peaches or pineapples or anything like that. Let me know on that one. But yeah, once it's done, 2 days. If it's warm out, I would do 2 days. If it is, kind of cooler temperatures, I would do 3 days. Then put it in the refrigerator, and then you can eat it right away or just eat it when you need to use it.
Shake free of your Trump derangement syndrome. Do you understand that? If you're watching this thing and you think, oh, Doug, but I still love you guys, even though you're like that, and I'm voting for Kamala. Listen, we have 2 people running for the president of office. I'm not really into it myself personally, but we have one person whose dad was a complete capitalist. He loved to make things and make money, and he made businesses. And I don't care if he was bending arms to get the job done and, messing with the politicians, because that's the hustle, okay? So I got much respect for him, whatever. But that's capitalist, right? Now we have the other candidate, please pay attention, and she comes from a Marxist commie. Okay, both of her parents, they were in the university, they were teachers. She grew up in that. I don't know why she's dumped her dad over the last couple times you've heard her speak, but she only talks about her mom like she's had some single mom raising her and her sister. It's very interesting to watch her do it. But this is her dad right here. Okay, that's him right there. Okay, got it? And I'm going to read to you what it says in case you missed it last time. I just want to keep this information in front of you guys. Radical economist.
Economist.
Right? Economist. Visiting economics professor Donald Harris addresses a public meeting in January 18th on the student request for a formal commitment by the department to establishing a field in radical political economics. His pending departure and the likelihood no new Marxist economist, no Marxist economist, will be hired. Form the basis for some of the students' complaints. You guys got that? I mean, this is also simple. We got 2 attempts on the man's life. The UN fears him. He's trying to monkey wrench their whole thing, if you believe all these narratives. There's another narrative, too, that says they're basically dividing us right now because, anytime they have a reset, got to have a list. So all the Republicans and conservatives are getting put over here, and all the other ones are being put over here. And when the time comes for those internment camps, they're going to go over here first, because these people, they pretty much do what we ask them to just through the box. So, and they'll be calling on you and snitching you out, your neighbors, your friends, your family. It's all coming, y'all. This is called history. Come on.
All right, so Cul-de-sac Grocery Garden says they made the honey fermented nectarines or the peaches and loved it. So can I use apples? Yeah, you can do apples too. You can do anything. And now we're getting into the time where you're going to have Thanksgiving and it's fall. So you're going to start seeing the cranberries. The cranberries make an incredible honey ferment also. So you can do cranberries. And my other favorite one that I just love, the only thing is you got to peel them first, are pomegranates. Pomegranate seeds are amazing in the honey too. So those are some favorite ones. But yeah, the one you can even mix in the honey a little cinnamon if you want to. Make sure it's organic cinnamon, and you can mix that in there really good in the honey, and then you can have like cinnamon honey apples, and that would be wonderful. Or actually what I would do is maybe use the cinnamon sticks. You know how they're wrapped up? You can put a couple of those in the honey, and that would be great.
On the cinnamon sticks, is there a special kind, or is you cool?
The only ones you can find is the cassia. Really, if you guys you're going to get cinnamon, a better one to get is called Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon. There's something in it called coumarin. Sometimes it can affect kidneys. You just have to be careful. You don't want to do too much cinnamon. Cinnamon's great for your blood sugar. Most of us don't inhale tons and tons of cinnamon, but if you do a lot of cinnamon, like tons of cinnamon, I would make sure that the Ceylon cinnamon is a little bit more mild. And if you look it up, it also costs a little bit more too. And the one that you find everywhere is the cassia cinnamon, but a lot of places do carry the Ceylon. So you guys could, if you want to start stocking up your organic spices, maybe try some Ceylon cinnamon because it's not as high in the coumarin.
And what we eat in a day, you know, it's just this simple. We start off with some eggs in the morning and maybe a little piece of toast or
I'll go into
an
better
omelet.
specific.
It's pretty easy going. Like, you know what I'm saying? No big deal. And then we just, you know, probably don't really have a lunch. If I'm really hungry, I'll have a lunch, maybe some leftover meat from the night before and a sandwich or some type of meat so I can get on with it. And then we have our beef and lamb at nighttime, you know, at about 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock if somebody's running late.
Now, okay, I'm going to talk because I cook, and I'll tell you exact meals.
We don't need all the ingredients.
So I'm going to tell you.
If you guys want to get Stacy's cookbook, you could go to this link I'm leaving, and you can learn exactly how she cooks and make meals for yourself from scratch.
This is what we ate today. For breakfast, I had avocado toast. So I had sprouted toast with avocado on top, and then I had 4 eggs. I always eat 4 eggs every day. Sometimes 5. If I do scrambled eggs, I'll do 5. So, and then I had 4 eggs, and then I put a bunch of spicy sauerkraut on top of it and some microgreens on top of that. So that's what I had for breakfast. And then for dinner tonight, we had lamb burgers.
Yep. Oh, those were lamb burgers?
Well, sure. So I do my lamb burgers. I saute a bunch of onions from the garden in some ghee that I made. So I make them all caramelized, and then then I grilled the burgers, and I make a yogurt sauce with yogurt. I crushed some fresh garlic in there, put some chili pepper in there, and some lemon juice, and then I put that on top of it, and it was in the bun. It was delicious. And then we had some fresh tomatoes and some more microgreens.
I'm backing off the cheese. If you guys were checking it out, she was giving me some bad cheese for a little bit. And my hands, if you go back and look, my hands totally broke out. It was disgusting. It was weird.
We were
like, what was up? And it's the dairy, y'all. I keep trying to warn you guys.
But
hold on. Get off the pasteurized dairy. Get off of it. No cheese, no milk. It's all death, and it's making you sick. And it did me a long time before I figured it out. So then we backed off the cheese way bad, and then my hands cleared up beautiful. So I told her, I said, you know, I'm real hard on this cheese stuff. I don't really want to have it too much. So she got some hard cheese. She makes some cheese. And then so she put some cheese on there, and a couple times it was so thick, and I bit into it. I was like, I couldn't even do it. And so I saw the burger tonight, right? And I looked over there, and I was like, man, it looks pretty good. That's a pretty big burger. I said, but that looks like a pretty big piece of cheese. And she said, oh, no, I barely put any cheese on there at all. And so I went to go take a bite, and I was like, yeah, doesn't taste too cheesy. But I said, there's a big hunk of cheese on here, and I lifted up the bun. It was a big old yellow tomato.
Yeah, we don't have. I
thought, man, that's not even cheese. I told her, that's a big tomato. She looked at me like I was crazy.
You are.
I am.
So yeah, if you're gonna get cheeses, the hard cheeses are the best. Like your Parmesan. A lot of them are made from sheep milk. Your goat's milk. Your raw cheeses are excellent. Excellent. And if you want to get rid of any of the lactose or casein, if you get cheeses that are aged after 18 months and more, it gets rid of all that. So if you have aged cheese, that's what you want to do. Okay?
Yeah, the mullen tea, y'all, this is what happened, okay? I told you that we had it for sale, but I figured that the stickers would be here already. My guy's real quick about this
Everything's
stuff.
all packed.
Are they there now?
No.
Oh, today's Monday. So we probably get them tomorrow, and then we'll get them sent out to you guys. So I'm going to release more mullen tea right now.
No, don't.
Yeah, I'm going to.
There isn't. No, we don't.
Yeah,
no.
I got more coming.
Please, no.
Okay.
Please don't.
Next live show, we'll have some more, or just check back during the week this week. But the mullen tea will have the directions on the using it and everything. And you guys, we're going to get some in, you know, more. And it's wild crafted. And mullen tea really helps with your lungs.
It supports your lungs.
Supports your lungs.
Your respiratory system.
Your respiratory system.
Okay.
And so we'll get that to you guys up. Just keep checking on that link, okay? But if you want to get Stacy's cookbook or fermenting book or anything to help, you know, support what we're doing here, plus get some of your preps, hit our link. We have salt and bentonite clay. This is all stuff. Listen. You want me to play the part where that slob guy or whatever his name is, Klaus, that he tells you guys that there's going to be an internet blackout? Do you guys really fully understand that everything they've been telling you, it has literally been coming true, right? If you guys are actually paying attention. Like, seriously, everything is happening just like they said. It's crazy, right? Cue the Haitians. Here's what I found out. Oh, man, this is good stuff tonight. I did some digging on the Springfield, Ohio thing, right? Turns out they've had an NGO program in Springfield, Ohio. This might be juice of the whole video, too. 26 minutes in. Somebody mark this at the 26-minute mark in the comments and say, hit 26:31 and listen to this. That the NGOs have already been running a show out of there for like 4 or 5 years. And they said at first it started with the Mexicans. So the NGOs had already set up a pipeline, okay, of transporting all the people from South America, from Mexico and stuff, getting them into Ohio, putting them up in the hotels. And then they said that kind of started fizzling out. And then all of a sudden, just recently, because of this stuff, because Trump lost, or, you know, was stolen. But what happened was all those NGOs started getting financing and funding again, and then they went for the Haitians. That's what I found out. Go look this stuff up, y'all. It's the NGOs. This is this public-private partnership that they keep talking about from the podium at the White House, and we do not want a public-private partnership, okay? That's worse than religion and government. That's what I found out, all right? Leave a comment down below if you heard anything like that. That's serious bee's knees right there. Man, you guys got some good ones in this video.
So Sherry, Florida Boss Girl, says, I use my sun oven, best roast ever. It's true. It's
non-government organization. That means they just get the money through the back door, and then all the government folks don't have to bring it to the floor and vote on it, right? Just like we talked about last time. Non-government organization. Just like we talked about it last time. Back in the day when they wanted to go to war, when America wanted to go to war, they had to sell war bonds. Do you understand that? Go ask your grandma. You understand that? If they didn't sell enough war bonds, guess what? They didn't go nowhere. You understand that? That's how it all worked. Y'all, tariffs are good. We like tariffs. Don't be a tariff dummy. Go educate yourself on what the tariffs will do for us. And then it'll also make people want to have businesses here in America. But hey, Democrats don't like that. Oh, man, this is good tonight. All right, we don't need governments. Yeah, we don't. Kind of. All right. Are there any safe banks in America now? I mean, I don't know. Community credit unions are probably your best bet at this moment.
Yeah, a credit union. Yeah. Or your mattress.
Y'all, if you just showed up, make sure you go back to the first 10 minutes of this video. We dropped some very good video for you guys to sink your teeth into. This is very good stuff going on, and we want you guys to please pay attention and keep staying up on your preps. If you are even broke, at least just get what you can, because you're gonna need it. I know it sounds crazy, but it's all the signs are here. Springfield, Ohio, right where Bart Simpson lives. All this stuff is wicked wild, boy.
So Sue Johnson says she had a roast, carrot, celery, onions, potatoes, and corn cooked in the sun oven today. It was fantastic. My husband ate most of it. Yeah. You know, the one thing I'll say for you guys, a lot of it is like, you know, oh, I have to cook again.
They don't have any.
There's
no sun ovens till the 19th.
That's just a couple days. No, I'm just saying, so when you guys are cooking, when I do roasts, I always will do 2 or 3 and make the meat. And then that way, then I can pull the meat apart. So for the next few days, I can use it for like doing like pulled meat sandwiches and do different things with it. And then that way, always think ahead when you're making some of this stuff. You can double up if you want to. And then that way, don't just do like your meal for the night. Make sure you make it big enough so that you can have it for other meals.
No.
What just happened?
Linsgat said that she said that Hannity was supposed to be golfing with Trump and called it off. Y'all, please pay attention. What I have right here, I want to show you guys. You're being played like a fiddle, but watch this. Wow. If that's true, then this clip might be pretty damning. Oh my goodness, y'all. Here we go. Please check this out. Oh my goodness, where is it? Dang, y'all. Oh, extra spicy with that comment drop. Thank you for that. Ooh, when you see this, it's not going to be good. Oh man, where's it at? Did they take it down off of me?
Well, you keep looking while I'm talking. Okay?
Yeah.
So AGO says, I tried making raw yogurt, but the yogurt was real thin. Is your yogurt thick? So I'm going to give you a couple options, AGO. A lot of times when you do raw milk yogurt, you don't want to heat the temperature higher than like 115 degrees if you want to keep a lot of the enzymes. You're still going to get a lot of benefit if you do heat it up. If you want to, you can heat your raw milk to 180 degrees and then do it. And it will, when you let it set overnight, it will get much thicker. What most people like the Amish do around here when I don't like how they do it because they'll use like Jello and stuff and that'll thicken it up, but they put all that crud in it from the sugars and the high fructose corn syrup. I know some people will go ahead and put sometimes people put pectin in it. You could do that. You could like it a little thinner, like a drinkable yogurt, or you could go ahead and just heat it up to 180 degrees. You're still going to have yogurt. It will be thinner. That happens to me too. Sometimes I'll do it like that. So if I want to use it as sauces or anything like that, or you could go ahead and put it and heat it to 180. You will destroy some of the enzymes, but you're still going to get the probiotic benefit from it.
Whoa, y'all, they took my post off when I had that on there. I had a clip for you to see.
Oh, off of X?
Oh my goodness, it's gone.
Yeah, they don't want
Oh my goodness. Oh no, it is literally gone. It was Hannity and Gavin Newsom, y'all. I had them looking at each other. I had Hannity was like, Gavin Newsom was talking this way. Hannity was behind him. Hannity's like putting his head over like, hey, Gavin, notice me. Hey, Gavin, notice me. And then Gavin kind of turned around and noticed him and they made great eye contact and they did the high five, buddy smack, smiled and everything. Dang, and now it is literally gone. And by the way, if you are following Kamala Harris and them, CNN fact checked Kamala Harris. And the Kamala Harris X account is putting up all kinds of bogus information, y'all. That's CNN telling you. So you can't say it's some kind of, right-wing thing or something. But literally, I had a whole... This is so... Oh, there it is right there. Dang, I was getting paranoid. Watch this, y'all.
Well, look at there who's standing behind Gavin Newsom.
Look at them. They look like lovers.
From the Fox show.
Watch. Hey, Gavin. Hey,
Shaking
Gavin.
hands and all that.
Look at me, Gavin.
Like to me, they're all sleeping in the same bed.
They smiled and did. That was way too friendly, man. Being played like
Okay,
a fiddle.
Patty wants to know, do I oil pull every day? Yes, Patty, I do. I love it. And you can oil pull with coconut oil. You can oil pull with ghee. You can oil pull with sesame oil. So if you don't have you can oil pull with other things.
It's getting too dark out here. Hey, if you want to get bentonite clay, you go to the website, our shop tab that I keep putting in the comments, and then scroll down till you see Redmond salt. And when you click the Redmond salt link, you can pick up your salt, which everyone should be doing right now, man. Stock up in case anything bad goes down. Worst case scenario, you got salt and bentonite clay and all these things that you need for a little while, and then you can just, work through those.
Yeah, we might need to be bartering and doing salt. So, like I'm stocking up, I just got another big bag of salt. Makes a huge difference. Hi.
Hello.
It's so nice to see you all here. Yeah, now we see the light.
Oh, that doesn't do it.
Floppy the Fox wants to know what you initially sealed your wood floors with.
Just some regular clear sealer. They were just pine floors.
No, what's that stuff that we got in the big buckets we got
no,
from Charlie's?
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh, that was the house.
Yeah.
I got it mixed up.
What if you had to sell your house and buy a different one? Should we wait until the new year? I would, if you want to do that now and it's going to better your situation and put you in a better place away from a lot of people, I would do it now.
You might need to turn it a little bit over by you more.
Not really.
I'm getting blinded light.
Blinded by the light, messing up our circadian rhythms. Dang, y'all, how long we been on here? 34 minutes? That's it?
Because the days are getting shorter.
I know.
We have to go back in the house.
Shoot, we can't go in the house, can we?
Not now. I'm saying next time.
You want to do it now?
No.
You guys want to go for a walk?
No, we're good right now. It's okay. You can see us now.
Yeah, the American Sun Oven will be up in 3 days, y'all. They're working on the inventory right now. He said on the 19th they'll release some, so make sure you get yours on the 19th. They might sell out again. I told them, man, why are you guys messing around keeping inventory so tight? I said, this is an election year, and people are crazy. And people want to be prepared, man. I want to be prepared. Look, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You got that? Doug, have you tried raw milk products? That's all I have. Raw milk products. Don't have anything not raw milk.
Yeah,
if you're going to have the cheese and if you're going to have the milk, get it raw. You can go to Raw Milk Finder, rawmilkfinder.com, and find someone near you that sells raw milk. Or go talk to somebody with some cows. Everybody likes to talk. Are there 2 versions of bentonite clay? No, there's just one.
Well, you might be confused. There's different. There's different brands. I really like the Redmond brand, the Redmond clay. You might have different brands, and sometimes
there's just
it depends
one. When
where,
you go to Redmond clay, there's just one brand.
Yeah, of the
clay.
Redmond.
Come
Yes,
on,
yes,
shut up.
yes.
You're being confusing.
Yeah.
How are your elderberries doing? They're awesome, man. Don't you see them in the videos? They're like 10 feet, 12 feet tall
Well, the chickens
over there.
are eating lots of them.
Yeah, basically we put those there for the chickens. If you did not know, elderberries fight coccidiosis and avian bird flu, which there's a bird flu summit coming up. Maybe I'll do that video this week, y'all. This is just like last time. I'm listening to commercials now on the radio. I'm hearing about your free cheeseburgers you can get. I'm hearing about your 10%
off.
And 10% off your bill at the grocery store if you just get the bioweapon. That's it. Just do that and you will save money and be happy. Do you eat sprouts? Yeah, we eat sprouts all the time.
Sprouts and then microgreens.
Sprouts and microgreens.
Yep. Go to barefootmicrogreens.com and you guys can get your kit and you can grow your own healthy food. You only need a little handful. It's nutrient dense. It didn't travel a long way.
You guys probably don't know this because you know what? You guys are just too busy and you listen to some people and you think some people are full of it, but just go look it up. Please, we encourage you to do all of your own homework. There are a bucket load. You hear me? Bucket load of people that run our government that have dual citizenship with Israel. You got that? It's a problem, man.
All right.
You can only serve one master.
Kayla says, is it okay for the garlic to float on the honey in my honey garlic? Yes, it will float. It will float, and some of them will float a very long time. Then over time, they'll sink a little bit. Usually most of them will sink. You might still have some that are popping at the top, but they should be fine.
Yes, always swap things with your friends and family, y'all. You guys, you're gonna have a crash course in bartering. I'm telling you right now. We've been doing it for 15 years with the Amish up here. Usually, English people, they don't really barter that much. It's pretty much cash here, cash there. Give me your money and see ya. But the bartering up here there's a lot of bartering going on, especially like with country folk and then with the Amish. But y'all will get a crash course on it once this thing pops off. All countries are connected in this plan forever. Listen, this is what I'm finding out, y'all, and you're not gonna like it. But I'm trying to deep dive way back. And yeah, this stuff's been set up from way back, okay? And it's a mess. And that's why Pike, remember I did that video about Pike's letter in the 1800s? That's why he could write that letter. He's not some prophet, right? Because Pike was a Freemason, Illuminati. You understand me? So listen up, because we're rolling into the third phase of the Pike's plan, right? Pike's War. Go watch that video. Documents from the 1800s, off-grid Doug. Type that in your search bar, please. But he says there's going to be a third world war. Christians, Muslims, Jews. Wow, look around. What's going on right now? Ooh, it's very interesting. And it's going to usher in the new one world religion, which you guys are witnessing right before your very eyes, right? The do whatever you want religion. I'm telling you guys, this thing has been planned out for so long, and they have been so patient, and they have been teaching their kids to teach their kids while we do nothing. We barely even are passing down property to the next generation. You understand me? Because, like, if you think about it, like if your ancestors got here, let's say you're third, fourth generation here in America, if you came over Irish immigrants or whatever, right? Don't you think you should have like a 100-acre farm somewhere or something? What happened? Did you get a house? 2 houses? Anything? Anything? Oh, received your copper cup today. Good job, Carol. That's because we are shipping copper cups, y'all. If you haven't got your email yet, you will get it. And it's a tracking email with your number on it to tell you it's coming. If you got one and the number's not lit up, that's just because it's after hours and they can't scan them then, and we'll get it to you. But they are blasting out the door.
Oh my gosh,
we are working
no
very
idea.
hard.
Yes. I don't know how many truckloads we've taken over there today and yesterday.
We're busting out so much mugs. And if you want to get a copper mug, we still have them available, and they are in stock, not waiting. And you can go to our website and get one. Now, in Ayurvedic medicine, it says the copper cups are very good for you. They help you with your digestion. If you drink a cup of fresh water in the morning, it will help you with your digestion. It actually helps squeeze your intestines to poop out the poopies. It also says that it helps you with the funky water. So if you're in another country or you're somewhere where the water's a little sketchy, it helps with the bacteria that causes the diarrhea, right? It cancels it out. There's a lot of good benefits. If you click that link and read the copper cup stuff, you can see all the different benefits for you. Plus we have T-balls and tea, and the mosquitoes are out tonight. Dang, that's first time we've had them out in a while, boy. I tell you. Oh, these are the Bill Gates mosquitoes. No wonder we haven't had them all summer. Now all of a sudden they're out like crazy. You can see them flying around in here.
I know. Oh, the little baby. We have the cutest little lambs. They're so cute. Yeah, they are.
If you're in the university, I'm working on the video. It was funny because we did the butchering video, then we had the sheep talk, all the questions and answers, and then the next morning she had babies, so I ran out. I didn't get the actual birth of it all, but I got everything after that for you guys at the university. University.offgridwithdougandstacy.com. We meet there live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Plus, we populate the library with other videos, not as frequently as we would like, but we are getting them on there, and we will do better at it going forward, like we're trying. There's just so much going on. But definitely over the winter, we'll really put some in there for this winter. University.offgridwithdougandstacy.com. If you guys just showed up, you're going to have to watch the replay. First 10 minutes was some real spicy stuff. There's a lot of connections with this guy in Ukraine and the government and the FBI and the CIA. It's just too much. The guy didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm a disgruntled citizen, right? Everything you guys are seeing is planned.
Did you hear the little baby? Ah.
How do you stay warm in the winter? We burn our wood cook stove.
Normally, the winter time, it's boiling. We always have our windows open all the time. But yeah, we have wood. And then Maria wants to know, how long does the garlic honey last in honey? Long time. Years.
Forever.
Long time.
You're going to use it. Thank you, Michelle, for putting that on there. 26 minutes, 31 seconds. Make sure you guys note it in the comments under the video, too. Not just in the chat on the side over here. But when we're done, you got to put it in the comments under the video so people can click that and get that information. That was lit. Garlic helps from mosquitoes from...
we had garlic tonight. We eat garlic every day.
Stacy, do you need to clean the SW unit, that Tia cells, the structure unit, or can you just let the air, it's air dry?
Oh, you can just soak it, a little vinegar and water. Yeah.
Not necessary though, really. I mean,
well, no,
every once in a while you want to.
Yeah. Some people, I think when we did one of the talks, someone was saying how they have really hard water. So if that would happen, if you do a little vinegar, but just, cleaning it, running some soapy water through it is perfect,
What is the best raw honey to buy? The one local to where you live?
Yeah, there's like trillions of mosquitoes.
Because we got this light on.
But it's because you're shining it in our face.
I know. We got to go inside. If we're going to hang out another 20 minutes, we got to go inside.
No, we're not going to go. No,
we're going inside.
No, we're staying right here.
No, I'm going inside.
No. They're not biting me because I eat a lot of garlic. Are they?
No,
are they
not
biting you?
No, but
they're not biting me. They're just.
But
flying
nobody
around.
can see.
They can see us.
We look crazy out here. Our
You
green
can see
screen
us,
turned
can't you?
off. Our
No.
power bill is all messed up. Our green
fine.
screen went out.
It's fine.
Dang. My government contract handlers are calling me over here. I got my check from Russia the other day. We're on fire over here. Y'all, it's so crazy out there. They literally want you to say you're a racist because you don't like people eating geese and killing cats and for voodoo and, right? And smashing cars into 72-year-old women. You're a racist for that. It's so ridiculous, man. They got America so politically correct and nice talking. We're literally going to watch our stuff collapse because of that. Because nobody will put their line in the sand. You understand me? I know I spit out some hard stuff for you to hear because most people don't talk like this. They don't just put it right on you like that. Most of them even want to tell you that stuff. They still kind of candy coated and dance it around and I'm coming, bam. So watch all my videos as fast as you can because there will come a time. Where do I buy copper mugs? Right here at this link, offgridwithdougandstacy.com and then hit the shop tab.
Don't step in the greases. You're like a hyperactive boy.
You got that
yeah,
right.
he is.
I'm fired up, man. It's like a revival out here. Bring it. I'm ready. Let's just get on with it, right? I mean, I'm sick of it. Let's just get on with it. Serious business, man. Are you guys going to eventually sell wooden spoons? I don't know, man. I really wanted to do that. But it's like, if things keep happening, like, ooh.
That's a moth.
So like, I wanted to do that. And then we have friends bought property down by here. And then we're trying to help them build their house and everything. And so it's like life keeps popping up and distracting me. And then I find something that I'm doing way more important than, whittling some spoons.
Well, if you
but
know.
Eventually I want to just sit on a rocking chair and whittle me a spoons, man.
But I want to find a good wooden spoon person for the conference in May. So if you are making wooden spoons, get in touch with us.
If you guys do anything and sell anything and have a booth that you put up anywhere and you would like to come to the Homesteading Life Conference and sell your wares for free, we are the only conference. I don't understand why these people do it. We're the only conference that doesn't charge for vending spots. Do you understand me?
But we still have to make sure.
We're the only conference that doesn't, sell vending spots because I appreciate you having a home business. And, I don't want to stick you in the eye for $150, $250 for you to drive all the way to our event, set up, try to make a few bucks, and then leave. Dude, that hurts my heart. I have never one time charged a vendor for coming and making money at our conference. And I am literally appalled by the ones that do. And yeah, I said it.
But the thing is when we're doing it, I don't want to have a lot of double.
We never get doubles. We want you to do good, right?
When you contact
first
us,
come, first serve.
Some people may not, if we have a lot of one thing, I'm going to vet some of these things that come because I don't want to have like a lot of everything because I want everyone to do good. So that's generally kind of how we do it. Seriously,
they just had this thing down in southern Missouri and there was over 200 and something vendors and they charged $250 a spot or something. Do the math. What's that for? And then they have 4,000 or 5,000 people there too. I hope she's watching. Take a hint. I mean, seriously, there's some people that went all the way down there and didn't even make a dime. It's so ridiculous, y'all. If you're watching this thing and you're a homestead person making conferences, stop it. You don't need to charge the vendors for coming and setting up shop, all right? Seriously.
Or,
No, I said it. You don't need it, okay? You're selling tickets, for God's sakes. Spicy.
No, some people,
No, they don't. It's greed. It is exactly that. And I've been straight with y'all always. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I have never done that. And I don't see any value on charging them that. Those poor people. And all the ones I've ever met are just family businesses trying to make a few bucks. And it takes a lot for them. They got to leave their work possibly. They got to drive all the way there. They got to get a hotel room. They got to get up early. They got to stand there all day. I mean, come on. Seriously, y'all. Seriously, and I'm serious about Missouri too. I'm going This is a good video tonight. I'm going to take personal property tax out of Missouri. You understand me? And I'm telling you guys what else. I told you guys, if you guys back me, I'll be the one that sues the federal government. I'll sue Kamala. I'll sue Joe Biden. I'll sue Morcus. I'll sue the CIA, the FBI. I'll be Kennedy Jr. on steroids. You got that? But it's going to take some loot, man. So you guys will have to back me up. But if you guys start doing that stuff, I'm all about it. I will put my whole life on the line, everything on the line, because that's how serious this stuff is. I hope you guys aren't taking this stuff lightly, right? Like, I grew up and we used to hunt frogs and go down the creeks, and we had a nice carefree life. And now look around. I want my grandkids to have the same kind of life I had. They don't have to have the same kind of thing like, you know, back in the day, like, but I just want that same kind of atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like, I was pretty carefree. We didn't have freaks at our school. Nobody was using a kitty litter box to go to the bathroom, right? Like, I want my grandkids and their kids to grow up in a better place, not this wackadoodle thing we got going on. Whoop, whoop. All right. Have your next conference in New England. Nope. We have them right here in Missouri. Come and see us.
Yeah, the next one will be May 16th and 17th, 2025 at Vandalia, Missouri.
I might even go for governor. Are you keep knocking me under the table, or are you just wiggling your legs?
I'm wiggling my legs.
I don't know. It feels like
But you're not going to run out.
I might run for governor or mayor or something, man. I'm because we got to be involved. That's the whole trick. Don't talk about politics or religion. Why do you think they taught you that? All right. Freedom isn't free. No siree. We've had it a long time. What do they say? Good times make weak men make bad times make strong men. And then, you know, it just keeps
it up.
Repeating itself. It's something like that. I'm on fire. You got that right, man. Oh, dang it, y'all. I'm just a truth talker, man. I'm saying what you guys are feeling, but nobody will say it, I guess it is. Especially in this little off-grid homestead community. I'm kind of disappointed with the way everyone's just keeping their mouths shut. You know what I mean? Like, they're coming after our way of life. They're attacking farmers. They got this energy line going through the Midwest where they're literally just commandeering land for it, and it's all a big scam for solar panels and bullcrap. Literally taking farmers' land from them. And in Missouri, we actually had to pass a bill to say, oh, no, you don't. They literally just passed that bill because that's what was happening. This is all crazy train. Just came back from the Dr. Leo's beekeeping class, and It was great. He is such a nice fellow. We really
His whole family, yeah.
We have such good people around us. We really do. Tia and Jesse and Dr. Leo and Corey and Mallory, and we just have some really good people around us. And a lot of you guys are just fantastic. We get emails from you, and we see you at these events, and everything is just fantastic.
Laura asks, is the ladies' conference full?
No, but we only have about maybe 15 or 20 tickets tops. We got 3 more weeks to go. If you guys want to get a ticket to, this is Stacy's Women's Conference.
And
so the whole time she talks, I can't interrupt her or nothing.
No, it's everything's coming together very nicely.
And we are going to have a really good time. We got the speakers up now. The schedule is up now. Everything is up. So if you guys want to come to it, here's the link. I hope to see you guys there. It really is going to be a good time. Stacy will talk all uninterrupted, and so will all of her presenters. So you guys really should come there and enjoy that. And if you're going to come, you want to stay at the Bowling Green, Missouri Super 8 Hotel. That's going to be the best place closest to the event.
Oh, there's all these people. Well, if you guys make wooden spoons and anything, bowls or anything,
just get a hold of us. First come, first serve.
May 16th and 17th.
Email homesteadinglifeconference@gmail.com, and then just put it in there, vendor on the subject line, and let me know what's going on with you. And then
I really would like to have it. Yes. Totally.
Homesteadinglifeconference@gmail.com, and tell your friends if they go to any of these other homesteading things, just tell them, get a hold of Doug and Stacy. They don't even charge you. Go see them. We're going to have over 2,000 people there. We could have 5,000 and 8,000 and 10,000, but we only like 2,000. We want everyone to understand, to learn, to be able to talk to us, to talk to the presenters. It's just like a really good sweet spot.
That's a good size. Yep.
Oh, Tim, don't be that Don't be that negative, Tim. We can fix it, Tim. We can do it. What's up, Phyllis from Texas?
GJX, is it GJX01? Yes, you can put the Soleil in the copper mug.
Yeah, it's good too. Lemon water, you can put it all in there. There's no such thing as conspiracy theories. They're all coming true. Doug. Crooks first shooter made payments to Ralph, CIA. Y'all, this is also crazy. And also there's a fringe element of Antifa in this stuff, right? And most people don't even follow the bouncing ball. Obama took out the rulers in Ukraine and installed this guy, the guy who dances around in dresses and stuff, if you guys didn't know. And he's been busted like with cocaine nose and stuff, right? This whole thing is a show. Please understand that. They're mad at Putin because he won't join the UN. They can't have a guy like that out there not being part of the play, y'all. The whole thing is for world dominance, one world order. And with him doing his own thing and not getting in line with the UN, it's just not good. And that's why the heat is on, y'all, because they're running out of time. All these people are getting old. And I don't think they have much confidence in their kids. So they're really pushing it hard. That's why all these timelines are moved up. All right.
Oh, guess what?
What?
We have very good news. I got my great big enterprising meat grinder.
Oh, yeah.
And we will be butchering these
turkeys.
I was telling my class today at the Y, and it was so funny because they're like, well, how are the turkeys doing? Because I said they're sort of like a gang, you know, like a West Side Story, how you had the two gangs. So the turkeys all the time, I have my older turkeys and I have the new ones, and they're like the new gang and the old gang, and they're always chest bumping and fighting for dominance and all that, and it's just so funny. But then the new group of them, they like to hang out by the house, like if the dog is around the corner or we're not home, they'll lay around in the rocks, they poop on the sidewalk. It's just terrible. So we're gonna butcher them.
We're butchering. That'll be in the university too. They think you're a Democrat and I'm a Republican. My wife is far from a Democrat. Yeah. All right? She's not no liberal nothing.
No.
She has a sweet heart. She's a nice person. She has a much, you know, she would like be really
I don't want
nice
to call
to,
me. No, I'm not. Don't call. Wouldn't call me any of that. I mean, I'm just.
No, we're just doing our thing. I don't think
kinda.
I'm not a Republican either. Really, I'm a conservative.
Yeah.
God-fearing, you know, person. Right. That's it. And I just don't like what I'm seeing because I know that there's some bad agenda happening here.
Well, Jeff,
and I definitely don't like anybody messing with kids. Period.
Jeff Adams says you should come to the Kentucky Wool Festival. That sounds like fun.
We had a little spent in the wool stuff. Well, it was fiber, actually. That's what they call it, fiber.
Well, the alpaca.
If you guys just showed up, make sure you hit the first 10 minutes of this video. It's very spicy. There's a lot of connections being made right now. Everyone's going to start Snoop Dogging in on this guy. They Snoop Dogg in on the last guy. That guy was a total fake, part of the program, all nonsense. There was other people around in the thing, in the water tower, in the this and the that. So don't believe any of this stuff. Please do not buy the narratives. Everything is designed right now to keep you off kilter. And just understand that every day you wake up now, closer to the election it gets, everything is going to get spicier and spicier.
I mean, isn't it crazy?
And spicier.
Every time you like listen
and
to the news,
they have to slow roll it so you don't react too quick. Every time you listen to the news, something's popping up. Got that right. Yes, you need to get that copper mug, Linda. Here's the link right there, offgridwithdougandstacy.com, and then hit the shop tab. And y'all are awesome, man. Y'all have really been supporting what we're doing and stuff. As a matter of fact, the copper cup place, they were like, I'm glad these copper cups are doing pretty good for you. I'm like, yeah, they do pretty good. I said, we're kind of a big deal. He says, and he didn't know, I never said nothing. He said, yeah, I kind of noticed that. I saw you on, I said, what? How did you sniff that out? So he backed into us because I never tell anybody about us. You know, I'm not walking around blacking about it. But he backed into our thing, the Missouri Tea Company, and then found out that we made videos and then went and checked it out. And he said, I like what you're saying, you know, but he couldn't understand, how are we selling all those mugs?
M says, what's my opinion on aluminum cookware?
Go tell him, Stacy.
Yeah, well, it crosses the blood-brain barrier and causes lots of problems, you know, possibly Alzheimer's, dementia, it's a tough one. So you have to be careful. Any kind of aluminum cookware. A lot of times, a long time ago, they used to cook with a lot of it. Now I'm seeing like a lot of muffin tins. You think you're getting stainless steel, but you have to read it. It's aluminum or aluminum coated. I would stay away from all that. If you can cook in glass, stoneware, like the Pampered Chef stoneware.
Cast iron.
You know, some cast iron. You could do good stainless steel gauge.
There's a place from Tennessee, Heritage Stainless Steel.
Yeah.
They're pretty good company.
Yeah, that's where we have some of our pots and pans from. So things like that are going to be your safest bet. You don't want to do any non-stick coating. All that stuff is just terrible, 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 terrible. You know, if you have your utensils that you're going to stir with, you know, your wooden spoons are great. Stainless steel, I would stay away from any kind of plastic, any kind of, you know, any of that, anything that isn't like, you know,
and y'all,
it's been here for a while.
You can't put anything hot in the copper cup. Let's think about this now. Let's be rational, sane, moral human beings. It's a metal. And if you put hot in a metal, what happens? You burn as your lips and you burn as your hand.
Yeah, you will totally. Yeah, let's talk about that. It was a good one. The other thing is, you guys, people are like living off of aluminum foil.
Enameled cast iron.
Oh, that one when it's coated. That's okay.
You like that?
Yes, that's good too. So try to stop using aluminum foil too, and then you heat it up. See, that's what makes it worse. So you put the aluminum foil and then you heat it up. So we really have to be careful of that too. So try your best. Like baked potatoes or anything, you can stick them in the oven without having the aluminum foil on them. Sweet potatoes, you can do all that the same way.
Looks like a floating head over there. Yeah, y'all, this is what happens when you live out in the country. Like, there is no lights around here. Like, none. Zero.
You hear the crickets, though.
Nada. Besides this one right here and the moon right there. And
Oh,
way over there, you can see a light. Well, that's it.
So listen, tomorrow is the lunar eclipse.
Ooh.
Did you know that? There's some weird stuff that's going to
Watch
be
out.
happening.
Something's going to pop off, you guys.
Yeah.
Just like with the sheep, anytime there's any kind of a eclipse or any kind of barometric pressure change or a full moon, people act a little off. Thanks for hitting that thumbs up, you guys. We really do appreciate it. There's only 3,600 thumbs up with 5,500 people in the house, so if you could pick up the slack a little bit, we would appreciate it.
So is it Monique? Says yeasty taste in the sauerkraut. You could have gotten, did you get a little calm yeast like on the top of it, or was it really hot when it fermented? Sometimes that could happen. You might have gotten that in there. If you do, you know, maybe wipe off the top. Sometimes that just happens, but generally it doesn't happen. So it just might have been that batch.
Let's talk about Feast of Trumpets right quick. Here, check this out. Have you guys ever wondered, this is going to mess you up, all right, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, ready? I want you to really think about this, right? Don't be all jumpy and be trying to be like jumpy, jump. I just want you to slow down real good. I want you to think about this till later. Like maybe next week you could come back and say, wow, I was just looking into that. So have you ever thought about why they got the golden calf? Like, why was it a golden calf when Moshe was on the mountain? Why was it a golden calf? Do you ever think about that? Out of all the things they could have made, you ever think about why it was a golden calf? And then also I want to think about this, right? Why was it a golden calf? Why do you actually blow a shofar? Like, where does the ram's horn come in at? Right? Think about it. We're going to talk about it next week when you show up at the very end of our conversation. And I'm going to see what you guys can kind of come up with.
Okay. Yep.
What was that?
Nothing. You're talking about, I'm going on. I'm moving on. So Lori says, is shrub shelf stable? Yes, it is. It'll last a very long time. It's got honey and vinegar, and it will last a long time just in your pantry. Oh, and Rhonda found raw milk in a couple places in our area. So good.
Yeah, the rawmilkfinder.com does a good job. And then, of course, word of mouth and talking to your friends.
Yes, and Amy says support your farmers. It is so true. You have to find local places.
I'm going to do a video with the local farmer guy coming up that started a co-op. He was literally raided by the police and everything. It's just disgusting, y'all. I mean, seriously, you could go out and buy fentanyl on the street. I can watch videos on people on fentanyl, bent over, puking, you know, falling down on the streets, right? No one cares. But this guy sells raw milk out of his store. It's a freaking raid going on because raw milk is good for you. Don't you understand? Everything that's good for you, they are banning. All right. There's no such thing as a gluten intolerance, y'all. You're straight up being sufferation of glyphosate, right? That's the glyphosate, and it's the bastardization of our seeds.
But see, the thing is just over time from everything people have been eating, and then you have these like little villi in your intestines, and that's what helps absorb the food. And then over time from these foods like the chemicals and the glyphosate, and even just our hybridized wheat products and rancid oils that we're eating, and just bad food in our body, chemicals and emulsifiers and everything.
Formaldehyde. I mean, y'all, we are being loaded up.
Yeah, those villi, they just kind of go away. And so then what happens, it causes little holes in there, and then the food leaks out. It gets into your blood system, so then your body starts attacking it, and then you get leaky gut, you know, and all this different things start to happen. So that's what's happening over time with everything. So that's why we're seeing a lot of that. A lot of people who, if they do things properly and they get healthy and they can heal their body, you know, you can start adding in different foods. But see, the thing is
keep your hands down because you're shadowing your face up.
Yes. The thing is with a lot of these things like your grains, and I want to call them the ancient grains because they haven't been messed up by man. So like the einkorn flour, your Khorasan wheat, the kamut, K-A-M-U-T, the spelt flour, a lot of these are older ones. And if you get the wheat berries and then you sprout them by soaking them overnight, then it releases some of this coating over the little berries that protect it. Because when a seed is a seed, it needs the proper things. It needs the sun and the rain and the earth when it gets warm, and then it'll sprout. Well, a lot of us and people are eating these things, and then it's causing gastric problems and things over time. So if you process it properly, so like if you're buying in the store an Ezekiel type bread, which is a sprouted grain bread, is going to be a better bread for you to eat. But like if you already have a gluten intolerance, you know, you need to make sure that, you know, you're eating, you know, things properly. And if you're already messed up in your gut, it's a whole thing. You know, you have to heal yourself first. And then, you know, if you possibly want to add something back into it, then you need to make sure, you know, you guys, I always tell you, follow westinaprice.org. You can join. It's a great organization. They do a lot about, you know, the preparation, how to soak your grains, how to do these things to help for you to assimilate a lot of these things better in your diet. So, but a lot of people should not be, you know, be allergic to this or that. It's just because over time.
You think back in the day, 100 years ago, everybody was walking around allergic and stuff? They didn't even have enough doctors to take care of all that stuff. So there was none. The guy was taking care of the animals and the people, and it was one guy. And now you have a whole team of doctors to take care of one person. And they don't know nothing. They're practicing medicine. I don't trust them. I don't go to the doctors for nothing.
Well, unless it's bad. Like when you do like emergency medicine.
That's what we're talking
good.
about.
Yeah.
That's what they're good for. If I get into a bad accident, they're good at putting you back together. But on your daily stuff, get away from them. They're literally just paying for their Acapulco house off of you. Go look at how much money they made off of COVID as they shoved that stuff into you and refused you service and kept you from your parents and made you do all this stuff. It was only for money, and that's the saddest part about it.
So Rochelle says, when you raise your chickens, do you have to feed them chicken feed, or can they thrive from just living off the land and table garden scraps?
Yes.
So
that's how they were.
Well, but the thing is, a lot of times people do feed them. If you feed them, you're going to get more eggs. You could do that and maybe supplement them and feed them if you're like on a budget. Maybe get some feed and, you know, see if they're out free ranging and doing what they do. Like in the summer, I don't feed mine that much because they get a lot from foraging around. But you're definitely, if you're going to keep them in the winter months, you're definitely going to need to feed them because they won't find too much out in the wild then. So, but if you usually want a lot more eggs, the feed will help them lay more eggs.
My God, yes. Please do not drink out of aluminum cans, y'all. All that beer and stuff these people are drinking. You ever seen them people with them really hard stomachs? Oh my gosh, don't you know what that is? You're getting all, I told you now. No shadows. They want to see your beautiful face. No aluminum foil. Skin moisturizer. Ghee.
Ghee, I'll use some, tallow. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of natural things you guys can use to help. The big thing with your skin, you guys, is making sure, you're drinking water and you're eating clean, because it's all going to affect what's going on your skin.
Caitlin, never use sunscreen. Put on a long sleeve shirt. Your skin is the largest organ in your body. This is how they're jacking you guys up. They got you believing all this nonsense, man. I don't see no cowboys lathering up with sunscreen oil and Indians with sunscreen oil. Like, stop it already. Stop buying the narrative. That stuff's bad for you.
Yeah, the sunscreen is causing cancer.
Big time.
And then they're telling us to stay out of the sun. And the sun is what's helping you. And the people, when you wear sunscreen and not be in the sun, and then
everything
those people
is
are
the
cancer.
opposite.
Yeah.
Wow. And I don't say, hey, I forget your name, but I don't assume everyone doesn't know what's up. But if that's not you, then don't take it that way, right? Because there's a lot of people watching right now, and they're going to hear something I say, and they're going to go, whoa, and they're going to look it up and learn it for the first time. That's what they're scared of, y'all. It's just hearing. It's the hearing. Do you understand? It's the hearing. Once somebody hears something and they hear that something's possible, it's game on, and that messes up the narrative. It's about the hearing. That's why they shut you up.
Oh, look at this. Pablo's dog says cilantro. I don't know what that means, Pablo, but I love cilantro, and I'm very excited because I planted a whole bed right behind me here of cilantro, and I was like, why isn't it coming up? Because it usually takes a little while, and it's coming up, so I'm going to have a lot of cilantro. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And it's a great heavy metal detoxifier, so I like to eat it. It tastes great. So if you love cilantro, maybe grow it in some pots and you can have it, because this is a knife, like later on in the season, you can start letting it go. And then if it gets, maybe it's going to freeze or something, put a little plastic tote over the top of it in your little pot, and you'll have cilantro when you want it. You can just cut it and use it. So Steve says, am I planting too many potatoes in one container because they're small when I dug them up? Sometimes the pots can happen. Where you have to water them a little bit more. So maybe because you didn't water them as much, possibly it could be. And in the second, like later in the season, sometimes I found my second harvest of those when I did in the pots, mine were smaller too. But I still got them, and it was kind of fun.
Yes, SM, Griffiny. That's why back in the day, like when they actually just used nicotine and tobacco leaves, like everyone smoked and there was no problem. It wasn't until they bastardized it and made it all chemically, everybody started getting sick. Do your homework, y'all. That's the truth.
Yeah, I tell.
There's nicotine receptors in your body. That's what it says. And also they showed that it fights, you know what? That's why they don't want you to have it.
A lot of the holistic doctors, if people want to stop smoking regular, chemical-laden cigarettes, they will have them roll their own and just get regular tobacco and roll their own, because it doesn't have all those chemicals on it.
But you got to find some good stuff. Like, a lot of that stuff's heavy with the chemicals, heavy with the sprays.
Just like anything, look at your source with anything that you do. You got to look and see where it's coming from. So now what I think is so cool with everything going in on our food systems and how crazy and terrible everything is, you're seeing so many little stores popping up, co-ops, where you can join. Usually it's free generally, or if it might be $5 or something, you go and join a co-op, and then that way you're able to go about and get what you want to get, and get some good quality items from local farmers, and on all that. So support these co-ops, and then you could also go and any CSAs, community supported agriculture, or go to the farmers market, do your research. I know a lot of people are starting farmers markets in their communities and getting more into the food systems, because that's what's going to save us, and not going into these big stores that are in all the agendas, what they want you to do.
We talked about them spraying or, putting out warnings in Boston and Massachusetts about the mosquitoes, and how they were telling people to stay indoors after 6 o'clock and all that stuff. And then they came out with all the big sprayers, and everybody thought, oh, it was no big deal, Doug. here's somebody leaving a comment that they were actually involved in that, and they came out with the sprayer so hardcore, and now all the pollinators are dead. My wild pollinators are dead. The dragonflies are gone. The ladybugs and lady beetles are gone. But we have no mosquitoes. I mean, see what I'm telling you guys? There's been well, except for right now, because all these mosquitoes are at this light, but there has been a depletion of bugs, it seems like.
Yeah.
A lot of people are reporting
Yeah.
the bug problem. And like the lightning bugs, like I live out in lightning bug capital here. Like normally you'll see them like popping off all over the place.
Well, usually
I've probably seen just a little bit of them
they're
this year.
usually earlier in the summer,
Yeah,
but
I've
we
only seen
haven't
a
had
little
them.
bit of
It's
them.
been the past couple of years I haven't
Yeah.
seen them.
And the chemtrails that they're spraying over your head, that's called aerosol spraying. Please look it up. Aluminum, barium, strontium. I have a video or a t-shirt if you guys want to support that t-shirt. And it says, I can't breathe. And it has all the chemicals that they're spraying on it. And you can get that at the store too. You just scroll down to the t-shirts. We have a lot of cool t-shirts, by the way, that we don't really talk about that much. But they are pretty good. I have one too that says, I do not cower well. It's my best-selling shirt during COVID.
I like let food be your medicine.
Yeah, that was our number one
I like
first
that
shirt.
one. That was my favorite
That was
one.
way
And then
back.
I also like
That's an OG Homestead
let food
homie
be your
shirt.
medicine.
Yeah.
No, and then what? Get closer to
Get
your
closer
food.
to
Yeah,
your
my
food,
favorite one
and
is
let food be your
we're hugging a
medicine.
big carrot. I like
Yeah.
that one. All the little babies making noise.
All right, so somebody's saying make sure you search about stainless steel 18.0 instead of 1810. Do your research, people. You have been warned. I thought PA was the lightning bug capital. I don't know, is it?
Is it?
No ticks. We've had ticks.
But we have a lot of guineas, so it
Yeah,
really helps us
there you
in
go.
our
And keep your
area.
grass short, too.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We gave it to you all we got. 75 minutes. Dang. We're going to have to bust out of here. If you guys showed up late, within the first 11 minutes, we got you some very good information about this nonsense that's going on. And you should probably pay attention to it. Just keep up on your prep. Stay spiritually fit. And remember, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Start taking action. Get together with your local community people, the people that you know already and trust. Try to build from there a little bigger circle. Get your neighborhoods in order. Have a neighborhood watch meeting, right? Like we got to
Have a
start watching
meeting.
out for each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
right? Like we're not racist, but we don't want. I had some lady put on the thing. She said that the Haitians climbed up on her fence over and used her shed like next to her thing, and they were up there taking pictures of her backyard. And you know what they were taking pictures of? Her garden.
Yep. So we
You guys
need to
understand
get
what that means? It's called reconnaissance mission. And they're hungry. I don't know why they're hungry. They all got vouchers. But they're looking at her garden. She felt very uncomfortable, by the way.
Yep. So we need to band together, get your people in your community, your neighbors, have meetings. I know it seems so weird. You know, I've been talking to so many of my friends who live in neighborhoods. They're getting meetings together. They're kind of getting in, you know, groups just in case. Who knows what'll happen? But they're finding out everyone has gardens. Some people are making this, doing this. The ladies are learning how to can. They're learning to ferment. They're doing all these different things to kind of prep just in case, you know.
Yeah, Nina, we do have bees. We love our bees. We raise bees every year.
They're right over there.
Yeah. Our whole plan is to be 100% as best we can self-sufficient. So we could shut the gate and live without any external inputs, if you will. So that's basically been our philosophy, and I think we've dialed it in pretty good. If we only go out and buy stuff like silly stuff or whatever, just stuff, we could definitely live without
I just
it.
like to go shopping.
It's just treats and snacks and stuff we can't grow here, sugar and salt and, just stuff like that. But we've really tried hard to have a closed loop system. That's why we poop in buckets, because we can turn that into compost. We can use that in the garden. We harvest our seeds. If you make shrub, you leave it on your counter, like it lasts forever. Like all the stuff we show you guys does not require refrigeration. That's why we show it to you. We live the pioneer lifestyle in the 21st century. But we do have refrigerator now because we got a little bit of solar, but that's how we've lived all these years. We just had that solar a couple of years. But nothing that we really tell you guys really needs refrigeration. It's okay like for ferments to have it, but it doesn't really need it.
Yeah, well, and I'll say certain ferments would be better off being cooler. But yeah, if you put it in a cool place, it'll be good.
Yeah, the Humidor book by Jenkins is good, but mine's going to be better. And I'm going to start working on it here in a pretty soon second. Because I'm going to come out with a composting book, and then we're probably going to have some composting toilets too. So just hang tight, because I know that's happening, because Grant is on the way. 3, 2, 1 and me, and I wondered the same thing. Uh-oh, and I got to scroll back up to 3, 2, 1 and me. What are you guys talking about? Leave no stone unturned. That's too much. I can't find it. Say it again. I want to think about what you're thinking about. Preserving meat with sea salt. Yes, that's definitely how you do it. Redmond, you can use Redmond salt. You can dehydrate meat. You can freeze it, which is what we do. We cheat a little bit. We have freezer
You can make by dehydrating, make it into jerky.
Yeah. We have freezer at Mom's house. We got a freezer at the wood lot. So we got freezer stashed around. We kind of cheat just like the Amish. I told you we live just like the Amish.
There's also a there's a bastrama. It's an Armenian like salted meat that will last too.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Do you think that they will get Mr. Trump? You know what? They've already said it to you guys. How many times have you heard it? First, they try to take you out with the election. And then if they can't do that, well, then literally it's the next thing they got to do is kill you. I mean, you guys have heard it over and over and over. And I've also heard that there's some Saudi dudes here, that there's some kind of a bounty out on them. And there's some snipers here that the feds know that are here. And they're floating around somewhere. This is crazy. And when I first heard that stuff about the latest, I thought that's what it was until I seen the guy. And then I started doing my homework. I was like, oh my gosh.
So Woody, is it? Oh, wood dietol, is that right? So the nixtamalization of corn. So there's a bag. It's called, and you know this brand is called Ciete, C-I-E-T-E. They do have the that word is so hard for me to say. Nixtamalization, a better way to process it. So it they have it, and I like the blue chips, but the Ciete carries. I think they have the regular yellow chips and the blue chips. So it's a much better way to process the corn, because a lot of times, you know, corn is hard on you. Really, that's why it goes right through you, because you're not able to digest it. So when they process it that way, just like the same way we sprout things, that is a good one. And they are starting to carry that at a lot of the stores now. So the Ciete and the blue chips, and then the yellow chips. Oh, Crystal says,
we have a root cellar, yes.
Crystal wants to know if she can only get one of my books, which would you recommend? Oh.
The Remedy book.
Remedy?
Yeah, that's what I would get.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's, you know, most of the fermenting stuff, we have a whole crap load of videos, and once you learn it once or twice, you're good.
Yeah, I would do Remedy, fermenting, and then the cookbook.
Yeah. Or if you don't cook a lot and you go out and eat a lot, I would get the cookbook first after the Remedy book, and then get the fermenting book. Because really, the fermenting book, once you get the hang of it, you're gone. Boom, boom, boom. When you're fermenting everything, you're going to have like a new addiction. I'm going to ferment that. Doug, give me your beard. I'm going to ferment it. So you'll be all over the place, and you'll be fermenting everything.
Oh, Patty wants to know what the university topic is for Wednesday. Books.
Books. We're going to talk about books that you should have in your library, or books that we keep in our library. Or
yeah, we're going and with tons and tons of books.
And Mom's doing awesome. She's down there living her best life. She's hanging out with her great grandkids. And yeah, took them to, what was it tonight? Gymnastics? Yeah. So she's loving it, man. She loves this life up here. She's so sad she didn't get up here sooner. I had to kind of fight her to get up here. She was living in Ferguson, of all places. Can you imagine? I had a hard time getting her up here from that place. Ferguson. You guys remember Ferguson, right? Dang, y'all. All right, man. Really appreciate all the thumbs up. That was very kind of you guys to jump in there and boost those numbers up. That really helps get the video out to everybody. I saw some people get on when you guys hit that burst of thumbs up, and they got on and say they didn't get a notification, and they just got it. And that's because you guys in the algorithm did that. You did that. How do you get from censored? Oh, I get censored. I get demonetized. I've had videos deleted. But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm putting it up there, pretty much showing no fear. And We got the university.offgridwithdoulandstacy.com as a backup. That's our own server, our own everything, so we can talk about whatever we want. If they can me from here, go find me there, okay? Or look for the Woodlot on YouTube, okay? That's going to be a backup channel if we ever do get whacked from here. I already got it kind of set up. It's called the Woodlot, and we'll just do videos there, or university.offgridwithdoulandstacy.com. If you want to order Stacy's books, here's the link in the chat box right here, offgridwithdoulandstacy.com, and then you look for the shop tab. It's 3 lines over in the corner of your phone. You hit that and it'll drop down a box, or on your laptop or whatever, you'll see it. Yeah, I don't think we ever did fermenting pickles, did we?
Yeah, I did. No, I did. I think I did. I did whole, like the little small pickling cucumbers. I did those.
Way back in the day?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Was it?
No, I did that. I think I did one. I'll just tell you guys, that is not my favorite ferment. Like because sometimes over time, fermenting them, they will get kind of soggy. Honestly, for me, the only way that I ferment pickles is when I do them whole. You know, like, you know, the regular, whatever pickles.
Library lady.
So I'll do them whole, and then I don't do regular pickles. If I'm going to do like kind you buy at the grocery store, I'll do the refrigerator pickles. And the crazy thing about this is when you do the refrigerator pickles, they say, oh, they'll just last a month or something, refrigerator. I'm telling you, they'll last a year or two easy. You know, Marge has hers from 2 years ago, and they still taste great. So,
I know people are going to say we're fakes. I get it, man. You know, people are jealous. People can't wrap their heads around the way we live. People just want to hate. Those same people probably believe wearing a mask helps them, and taking this thing is going to help them too. Like, I can't help that. I can't help people's hate for me, or, you know, not really Stacy. Everybody loves Stacy. It's me because I'm too forthright. You got that? I'm a straight shooter, y'all. Y'all aren't. We forgot about the straight shooters now. We listen to all the liars and swayers and stuff, right? We don't even look for the straight shooters no more because they hurt your feelings. Everything's about feelings. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. That's why you have to vote for Kamala, because she's black, she's a woman, she's straight up diversity hire. And that helps you with your feelings, especially if you have white guilt feelings. And if you have those, you should work on it, because there's nothing to be guilty about. You say it like it is. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes I'm a little over the top too, but it's okay. You know, you just kind of take it all, take what you need, and leave the rest. Yeah, the Woodlot, that's the name, but there's no actual channel there now, nothing. Maybe I'll get that going at least, and we'll talk about it, and then you guys can go subscribe to it. Maybe no content there. Maybe I throw up a wood cutting video or something, and then we just kind of keep it populated on the down low. Because then if I ever get whacked here, we can come blazing right out over there like, hey!
Are we good?
I don't know.
Any other last remaining questions? The mosquitoes kind of calmed down a little bit. They were all over the place.
They haven't calmed down. I can see them. They're flying here,
They're better.
bumping me in the head. Yeah, because they're all flying away back to the mothership with all of our blood.
They're not biting you. Are they eating you?
No, I don't feel it.
No, they haven't bit me.
You guys like in your depression because you don't waste nothing, and people in that time were more educated. Yep.
What was that?
They said you live like you're in the depression. If you live minimally, you know, you can handle anything that comes your way. I tell you what, a lot of people say going off grid's so expensive. It's not either, man. I cannot tell you the thousands. Oh, we're losing battery power now. It's getting serious. The thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars we've saved. No insurance, no public utility bills, no trash bill, water bill, gas bill, this bill, that bill, this bill. I bought this whole place. I probably had 50 grand wrapped up into it. I told you guys all the stuff. I'm a straight shooter. It was $3,000 an acre. We got 11 acres. That's $33,000. I paid $15,000 to have all that stuff milled and brought out of the forest and put together, plus all the wood I had to buy and the shingles. That's it. So for under 50 grand, we bought all this stuff. And then slowly, over 16 years, we added it too. We built this building. We saved up some more and we built this over here. And we saved up some more and we built this over here. That's how you do it. Right? And now we have this beautiful self-sufficient place in 15 years. And I walked you guys through the whole process on how to do it.
But I will say, you know, people, it takes grit. I mean, it takes a lot of work, and people
For sure.
just think, you know, we're into this mentality where people just think things are handed to them, or they
Right.
don't have to work that hard.
Or it's going to be so easy
But
or something.
I mean, in the beginning, you're going to be like, you know, like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, or this isn't done, or I hardly have this, or but it's the whole process of working towards something to get things working how you want them to work. But you know, you have to be flexible.
Yes,
I mean,
you can smoke
have
mullen.
You have very, very flexible. So,
The key
but we're
word
not
is
advocating. We're not advocating it. But just look and do your
elasticity.
research.
You got to be flexible. Elasticity. Oh, she's talking about smoking mullen. Do your research.
Yeah, do your research on it. But
That's what they
people
did
do.
back in the day.
No,
you know
they
what I
still
mean?
do now.
Yeah,
But
they still
yeah,
do.
just do your research. We're not advocating it on YouTube right now. So, but yeah, the thing is just like with anything you do, but like going off grid and all that. I mean, there's a lot of adjustments you have to get used to. You know, I guess for us it was just kind of weird, you know, not having all the bright lights, but that's what healed us. And in the women's conference, we're going to go into great detail about light.
Oh yes, and water.
And how healing, and
and
there's so much
frequencies.
that people don't really realize how simple it is to get healthy. You can do it, and a lot of people think a lot of this is just stupid.
Y'all, up till COVID, y'all could have got acreage out in the country for $3,000 an acre. There's the moon. $3,000 an acre, right? Now you go out to the country, 10 G's an acre. They're pricing you out. Now listen, this is what I found out in my latest research. I got a little bit more to do, and then I'm going to bring you guys the video. These assessors are in on this thing, y'all. Damn it. These assessors are in on the New World Order program. Do you got that? And they're arbitrarily raising up your property values so they can stick you with more taxes, y'all. And then I even heard a commercial today. You know what it said? This is the most ridiculous gaslighting shit ever. They literally said, if you're black or minority and you're not getting a high appraisal on your property, you're probably being discriminated against and you need to contact us. And I'm thinking to myself, I would want a low appraisal on my property because then my property taxes are low.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you sell your house for. It has nothing to do with your property appraisal. So I want a low appraisal. Don't fall for that. Minority people, keep the low appraisals. It's crazy out there. I literally heard that commercial today. Y'all, stay vigilant. Stay in prayer. Keep your circles tight.
And your phone's going to die. There's like 2%.
50 grand. Oh, yeah, if you guys see, go. All right, we love you guys. See you on the next video. Stay vigilant out there. The most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. The video was fresh in the first 11 minutes. After that, we talked about everything. Night-night.